If you're looking for intellectual, informed basketball takes and you want to bring in media that knows what they're talking about, look no further than
never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights, man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands, we run 3-man weeks, Paul, Trae, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan, we got love for the game, we don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break, throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break, throw me the outlet. We on the break, it's fast break. We on the break, it's fast break. Let's go.
Yo.
Yeah. Come on. Energy. You already know what it is. Let's go. Fast Breaks family. Thank you for joining us on another Saturday afternoon for an audio adventure. You already know what it is. I'm your boy, Ro, the hostess with the mostest, and you know this. Good Flatbush. Joining me, of course, my brothers. To my bottom right, the man in the middle, the steady one, the author, Monarch Dre.
I reject that
America's favorite Haitian uncle, once again. Dre. King Dre, Sock Posse.
No, forget the novel name this time. I reject that name. I've never owned a pair of Monarchs in my life. 2K family, never let them lie on your name. Never let them prey on your downfall. All right? Go to the next intro.
Monarch Dre.
Are you just gonna leave the Sock Posse hanging? That's what you're gonna do?
Today I am.
Oh no!
That's why Alan's been there. Next knuckle from now on. Bet you've lost.
Like that's not allowed, Andre.
Alan, joining. No, it's too late. Joining us also, the professional, the architect. We call him Morpheus, the newest America's favorite Haitian uncle. Alan, the man with the plan.
He's been waiting on
Jersey. Big Jersey.
Big Jersey. That's a fact.
And last but certainly not least at all, the sturdy one, the stubborn one. We call him Coach, Mr. PRR Sports 1995. Coach Paul in the building. Go on, pick up yourself.
Hello, good night.
I'm weak. We are a crew and ensemble that goes by the moniker Fast Breaks. Can I get a rebound kindly? Outlet!
The Black Kevin Love, man.
It's a fact.
Fellas, how we doing? How we feeling today?
Wait, by the way, who's doing that in the NBA today?
What?
Outlet passes?
Yeah.
No one, because the guards are getting the rebounds.
That's a good question. Damn, you're right.
A lot of guards are getting rebounds now.
Thank you, Russell Westbrook.
That's
He's a trendsetter.
Or if you're one of the best bigs, you just bring it up yourself.
Yeah. Actually, no. Hold on. Jokic be sending outlet passes a lot. Actually,
nah, he just be bringing it up.
Nah, he's throwing outlets.
I've seen him do it a couple of times. It's not like often.
I wouldn't say predominates
do
the game.
All the time.
The rebounds per game leaders are Jokic, Cat, Donovan Clingan, Rudy Gobert, and Victor.
Rudy Gobert?
3 out of those 5 are bringing it up when they get the board.
Rudy Gobert?
Cap, they do. Don't get me wrong, but Cap be throwing outlets too. He just
low key.
He doesn't always.
And the other 2, we're not trusting to make any pass.
That's correct. That's correct.
Ever.
Brothers, how we doing?
Chilling.
Good, man. I'm chilling.
We have an amazing episode ahead of us for our viewers because the basketball gods answered our prayers. Dre, you weren't here, but I helped our brothers come to the realization that this NBA season, and I mean the NBA season of the soap opera season, the soap opera of the NBA, the television show, that this season is ass. This is the equivalent of a season 3 of a Netflix show.
What? Wait a second.
I'm not going to walk you through it. Go through the episode last week. It became very clear when I started naming all the things that have been going on this year that this season sucked. But, Dre, my and your glorious prince, our glorious light-skinned prince, our glorious light-skinned prince.
What are you saying?
One of the last of the disciples of the Great One.
That's true.
He is back, and we're going to talk about it. The anomaly.
You're talking like you're in a fantasy
There's a glitch
series.
in the Matrix. What'd you say?
I said you're talking like you're in a fantasy series. This guy's coming straight out of the Lord of the Rings right now. He said the promised one, the anointing.
Yeah.
Coming straight out of the Bible.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Will be before him.
Keep going.
What are you saying? This man's
keep
not
going.
Jesus. What are you doing?
Keep going.
I could actually do it all day. But...
We did it together. I don't care.
This man mighty happy for a Celtics player right now.
OD. See the countenance? Look at that.
Relax.
You know what's crazy? You're so lucky.
Relax.
You're so lucky because you could have repeated this twice in your history.
Relax.
One, the mentor, the one that preceded.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. If he was a Laker and also did this, I'd be like, God gives the strongest battles to his strongest soldiers. And that's why we're the best fan base in the world. That's how I would spin it.
That's crazy. Oh, you think?
I mean, hey, I lived through a whole era of Anthony Davis. So I think I'm one of the stronger soldiers God has.
He won y'all a chip.
And Jason Tatum has one as well.
Right. You could have had 2 chips.
But I actually thought, I don't want to go too off on a tangent, but I actually thought about this. I was like, yo, it must suck to be a Sixers fan or a Clippers fan.
Yeah, for sure.
Or a Bucks fan where you're just like, you never know if your guy's going to be healthy for the playoffs. Right. And like, if he were, you kind of think you could win to the point where like, if you're hearing this person's going to come back towards the end of the year, you might delude yourself into thinking you're going to win the chip. And then I was like, oh my God, that's the last 5 years of my life.
Yeah. Yes. This year. I mean, this is going to be your destiny until LeBron leaves, unfortunately.
No, this is a different feeling because there's no health thing where like there's no situation. Like it's not like when we're all healthy, I looked and I saw one of the best teams in the world. Like on almost all, take the Russ and Melo year out, right? Like take that year out. Every other year, Anthony Davis was a Laker. When we were fully healthy, like I reasonably and legitimately thought we were one of the top 4 teams in the league. Like 1,000%. We just never were, especially going into the playoffs. But like I had legitimate reason to believe like if this man stays healthy, we could probably win it all. And one of those years when he stayed healthy, we got close. Jokic is just nice. Right? Like
sure.
So and then I was like, so when I thought about like, damn, like this must be such a weird scenario for those teams to be in. And I was like, oh no, that was me. I know exactly what they're feeling. I think the difference is it was never my quote unquote best player.
Yeah.
I can't imagine if it was actually your quote unquote best player.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
But like LeBron was always there, but it was always like, yo, if our second best player could just be good, like be healthy, we'd be all right. I can't imagine what it's like to like it be your best player and he's just not there. Like
can't make that. Can't deal with that.
Like he's never there. That's just crazy.
Right. Well, the Clippers are pretty soon going to lose their best player. So
yeah. Anyway, you know what time it is. Game of the week. This is a segment where we do not pick the best game of the week, but we choose a game in the week to break down and give you basketball nerds the X and O's analysis that you so deserve. This week was the Nuggets and Wolves. Folks, who wants to go first? Who has some breakdown for us?
That was the game of the week.
Yeah. Well, okay. To be fair, we never really finalized it.
Thank you.
I was kind of confused when you said that this morning.
Yeah, like what?
Well, Andre wasn't even here last week, but we
No one
did,
texted
we did
me
kind of like we leaned to it, but we didn't like finalize it because the fans were gonna vote. But anyway, I have a couple notes from that game. It was long. It was.
I got some notes. I got
You all
some
make
notes.
me a liar in the theme song. You all no.
No.
We know you just looked at the YouTube. You looked at the YouTube highlight, and then you looked at the stat sheet. We're not doing it. You will all not make me a liar in the theme song. We really
I got
watch
other
games.
games
It's
to
supposed to
watch.
be our slogan. Our
Listen,
slogan
if you
is
want-
we really watch games.
If you want to talk about the
Thunder
Nuggets
game.
Lakers, we could talk about that.
We could talk about Thunder's
Thunder Knicks.
Thunder Knicks.
We can talk about Thunder Knicks.
What's
We can
that?
talk about
11,
Nuggets Lakers. We can
11:38
talk
Allen
about
Market. I'm gonna get the
Hold on.
record. 11:38.
Wait,
11:38
hold on.
fans.
Did anybody even if it wasn't the game, even if you didn't know it was a game of the week, did you happen to watch the game?
No, they didn't watch
Did
it.
you happen to watch the game?
I
Paul?
watched-
Nobody
It wasn't
watched
even in New York on Sunday.
Well, they don't need to know that. But I watched
All right. So I'm gonna post this now. Don't forget to vote for Pod of the Week. I'm gonna add to it.
This guy's gonna put. Don't forget to vote, bro, Potter of the Week, because I watch games. Even though we all watch games, just not that one.
It's crazy.
Well, I watched.
No,
that
you all
game.
watch
Here-
Knicks games and Nets games.
I watched the Lakers Nuggets game,
No.
and I watched the
that
Nuggets
game.
Mavericks game.
Folks,
I
Alan, I'm
watched
never
that.
talking to you. Alan, I'm never
alright.
talking to you.
Yeah, no. So you're not. Don't let him do
I'm
that.
never talking to you.
Don't let you
I'm
let
never
you
talking
let it
to
not work, Alan.
Don't
Look,
forget
look,
don't
I
forget
watched
to
the
vote
game.
for Potter of the Week and next week's Game of the Week. We will hopefully watch.
We will. If someone lets me know what the game is,
That's a
just tell me, and I'll
So,
put it on.
Listen. I actually watched the game. Okay, Charles, look at you. Thank you. Our fans are calling us out. This is horrendous. All right. So
How
I
was that
think
game?
as the games wind down the season, there's only really a few teams that I care to break down to see how they get prepared for the playoffs. And I'm gonna be honest, this may be biased, but we are for sure watching a Celtics game this week. For sure. So the choice is between tomorrow Celtics Cavs or Thursday Celtics Thunder. Y'all in the chat can vote for which one you want, fellas. Which one are y'all leaning towards?
Well, hold on. Let me see.
I'm
which
gonna
one
go
does
with
national
Wait, what days are the games?
Sunday is the Cavs. Thursday is the Thunder.
I
And
vote for the latest Celtics game because it's still early and Jason Tatum still getting into rhythm.
Agreed.
So I'm like, the later the better because he would have played more games before that game.
Oh,
So
you want to
do
do
Thursday the Thunder?
pause on
Yeah.
the play? You don't want to do
Yeah,
Knicks Lakers
yeah.
tomorrow? That would be fun.
I don't.
Oh, I know why, but that's all right.
No, it's because our fans don't. Our fans do not want another podcast that starts at 30 minutes talking about the Lakers and the Knicks.
Yes, they do.
Although our clips will do very well on social because it hacks the algorithm because those are the two biggest franchises in the league.
Correct.
Our fans don't want to hear it.
Our fans will hear it, and they'll continue to hear it because this is what this is. There you go, fans. I will be watching that game. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that.
This guy said this is what this is. That's he's hiding that he wants this to be a Knicks podcast, but saying this is a Knicks Lakers podcast. There's one Laker fan in here.
Am I?
If you want to truly make this a Lakers Knicks podcast, add my dad.
This is definitely not that.
I personally
Shit will
told
get different. Shit will get
Can I
very
just-
different in this chat
I
really
personally-
fast.
I
You
personally-
about to bring stats from you from 1987.
Yo, I personally told after your wedding, I personally told your father he can come on this podcast anytime.
You told a lot of my relatives they could come on this podcast without.
No.
We're gonna talk about that another time. We're gonna talk about that another time. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that another time. Relatives. That's because one of them is gonna be in this domicile very shortly.
He's right there right now.
No. One of them is gonna be in my home very shortly, and is gonna see and hear me potting and probably want to jump on, and you have to contend with that.
Tell her I said hi.
Because we're not covering the Unrivaled Championship, are we? Since we're talking about what this podcast is.
Oh, that's true. We can, and we should.
It's over. It happened already.
All right, but next year though. Next year though, and we're
not covering the WNBA CBA negotiations, are we?
Why aren't we?
Are we an NBA pod?
In his own words, in Dre's own words, this is an NBA podcast.
We are, but you know what? We always have room for expansion.
That's not what you said. That's not what you said to that person at my wedding, though.
What'd I say at that wedding?
They can come on and talk about W.
I did, and I meant it. I said if we all watch, we can talk.
It's craziness.
And I meant it too.
It's craziness. I still think we need to do an in-person pod at a Liberty game, but beyond me, I can get us a box.
I said yes several times over.
Oh, like pod in the box? It's kind of fire.
I can get us a box.
I said yes.
I can get us the opportunity to get a box. We have to get the box. Let me be super clear.
No.
That's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Let me be super.
That gives me very different expectations.
I can easily get us the opportunity for a box.
Okay.
Will they let us bring
equipment?
Will they let us bring equipment in there?
Which is probably not a laptop.
You know what? I wonder if we'll talk about it after.
Dre, if we all get the little clip-on mics like you have,
yeah,
and we just do it with our phones.
Well, you know what? I was gonna say,
we could probably bring a tripod and like whoever's phone is the best, set up the phone and get busy.
I was gonna say what we could also do. We can register for a press pass, like a collective press pass.
Brother,
man, how we gonna do that?
There's a way to. We used to do it when I was blogging. We did it.
But
so I can look into it.
Does you be associated with some type of organization?
We are
Associated Press.
No, you don't. You don't. We were like just a small website, and we got one.
All right, we can talk more about that. But if y'all are serious, like the boxes are not a crazy thing. It's not light work, but it's also not crazy. Especially if we bring others with us, but we just pod.
I gotta ask just one more question because now my mind's blown. Like, so you telling me anyone could go get a press pass? Just anybody?
I think you have to be part. I don't think you have to be part of the Associated Press, but I think as long as if you have like some form of an organization or, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, I'm not saying the Associated Press, but you have to be associated with somebody.
I think it depends on the venue. I think it depends on the venue. I don't think is there like an arbitrating body that issues a press pass? No.
I mean, no. Yeah, you'd apply with the. So we have to apply through MSG.
No.
No. When I did it, I'm talking about when I did it, we applied through MSG, and that wasn't an issue. I got a press pass in like a day.
Oh, well, the former multi-year professional journalist has given us some answers. We would have to show them clips. So basically I would say we should show them the Sabrina episode. It's probably our best bet.
Bro, if I knew this, we would have been did this. Let's do this.
Well, you're the architect. Look into this. I'll get the info from OG.
I had no idea this was an option.
I'll get the info from OG. Hey, if we get a box, we have to get merch though. If we get a box,
yeah.
Like if we go to Barclays in a box to pod, we have to have merch.
No, for sure. We can't show up without it. For sure. But that's enough behind the scenes. Let's get into the substance of today.
So since we're praying, which games do you want? So we're doing Cavs, Celtics Thunder on Thursday.
Celtics Thunder. And if you want to talk about Nuggets Lakers right now, I'm game for that.
We don't.
If not, that's fine.
We don't. We don't.
Oh nah.
Damn.
Is this necessary?
I'm telling y'all don't want a call-in. It's gonna get bad for all of you. It's gonna get bad for every single one of you.
That's so funny.
You think I'm witty and willing to violate?
That's mad.
I'm
Who said that?
sanitized.
That's mad.
Let's just jump real quick into our rapid fire and then talk about what we're really here to talk about.
Your son?
My son?
No, I'm sorry.
I don't have a child.
My fault. You're a Messiah. Let me take that back.
I didn't say that either. Anyway, man, the Spurs are 14-1. Hey, we out the mud. It's for Shabbat.
Kobe's 81.
The Spurs are 14-1 in the last 15. After their last victory, Wemby was emotional and exhausted. We could take the rapid off of it. We could just do a quick roundtable. No debating, just takes. Paul first. What do you think about the Spurs being 14-1 in the last 15?
14-1 in their last 15. Who's that one?
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Tell him. No. Tell him.
No. I'm gonna honor the podcast.
I'm not.
I have this ready to go. We can ice it.
Take that off. When it's due in due time.
All right.
Yeah. Righteous rents. Anyway, the Spurs. Listen, man, they're contenders.
Yeah,
they're contenders. It just is what it is. They're contenders. They are here. They're not a perfect team, but the only team that's close to perfection, in my opinion, is the Thunder, and they're not. They look more beatable this year than last year. So they're contenders. They're real contenders. They could really win it. And I mean, it's crazy. People talk about the jump that the Pistons made from being trash to being great. The Spurs did the same thing. And people forget that because it's almost as if people looked at Wemby and was like, oh, this is going to happen eventually. So when it happened, it's like, okay, like that's supposed to happen.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was so
unsurprising. It was
right. But they could go all the way, you know what I mean? So we shall see.
Dre,
I'll say this: that the cream is rising to the top right now,
very quickly
in both conferences.
Yes, very quickly.
I can't help but agree with that. Dre, your reaction to the Spurs being 14-1 in the last 15?
It's unsurprising. It's unsurprising that they're going to go on a run right now. A lot of the good teams, right? They start getting everything together right before the playoffs. In the last 30 games or so, they start tightening everything up, start playing a better brand of basketball because they're playing pre-playoff basketball, which obviously you can say the whole NBA season is pre-playoff basketball, but I'm really talking about this. Yeah, exactly. Real fans know. It's that last crop of games right before you're ready to go take somebody's head off. And that's what the Spurs are doing right now. They are serious, and we are watching before our eyes, not to be too premature, but we are watching before our eyes Wemby continuously not just turn into a better player, but turn into a better leader and a more confident player as well, which is crazy because I didn't think confidence was his issue, but he's taking riskier and riskier shots more comfortably. And he's just defense obviously has never been a problem for him, but he's locked into the fact that he's the best defender in the world. He plays like it, and it just gives his teammates, as they're going against, during these crop of games and games going forward, it gives his teammates so much confidence as well. So they're feeding off of him. He's feeding off of his own ability to get it done. And I wouldn't be surprised if they stretch this out to a 20-game winning streak. This is a good team. They're ready. They are actually ready.
Alan, anything to add on the Spurs being 14-1 in the last 15?
Yeah. Well, number one, I want to emphasize the last thing Andre said about the other players like feeding off Wemby's energy. Basically, it's because he winning is so important to him that he really tries hard in every game, even the All-Star games. Yeah, I think that mentality is really infectious and kind of perpetuates throughout even the whole team and even the whole organization. Like he's as a franchise player, like he's responsible, low key, for like a culture as San Antonio Spurs. So they always had like this culture, but he's really like putting his like own fingerprints and stuff on it. Like the beginning of the season, I remember he was doing the whole thing with like that fan section, and to me, like that's a mark of someone who's like building a culture for a franchise, right? So on top of that, like what's most impressive to me about them being number 2 right now and being 15-1 is how fast it's happening. Like they just had like the number 2 pick last season. Like Stephon Castle was just rookie of the year. This is a really young team. Like they shouldn't be. We all knew they was going to be good eventually because, like we said, Wemby, and everyone expects progress to happen eventually. But I don't think it should have happened this quick. So it's really just like a testament to like their whole organization. I forgot the coach's name. His name Mitch Johnson, I think is the coach's name.
Yeah,
you see him in like different. Obviously, I'm not watching the most San Antonio Spurs game, but different games I see them watch. I watched them. They're trying different things out, and it's really a testament to like their coaching staff being able to like try different game plans out. And like I said last time, we had them as a game of the week. They have a really good constructed team around Wemby that plays that kind of matches his strengths and weaknesses. And
correct.
It's really cool to see them like be at this point already, and the sky's the limit. I'm really excited to see them in the playoffs. I'm really excited. I want to know what the matchup is going to be, and I want to see how they handle it.
I'm gonna jump in on this one because I think OG would agree with this in the chat that I'm not surprised, and I wouldn't say that this wasn't supposed to happen. I would say we've seen this before. This is in fact what they do. Right? This is what the San Antonio Spurs organization does. So, yeah, they were bad for a very short period of time.
Right.
Got top draft picks, drafted incredibly well 3 years in a row, and now they're ready to go because the quality of the ball they play is just that high, and they drafted guys who were high enough IQ and talented enough to become very efficient at it effectively immediately. Right? Like this is not, I know we don't see Greg anymore. So we don't feel the presence and we don't feel the imprint in the same way anymore, but it's undoubtedly there. It's undoubtedly present. This is what they do. They drafted a generational talent, coached him up for a year, got him a sidekick, rookie of the year, and got the third piece to the puzzle who's coming along quicker than we thought as well. Kind of sound like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili, or Tim Duncan and David Robinson. This is what they do.
With David Robinson and Tim Duncan, they said they threw the season for that to draft Tim Duncan.
This is what they do. This is what they do. Also, I want to just add the thing I'm taking away from this recent streak is that Wemby may have more personality than any San Antonio Spurs star that we've
ever had.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so I'm very interested to see. Yeah, I'm very interested. He's more emotive and expressive. He's a little less reserved in his post-game commentary. So like this emotion, not that we've never seen any Spur cry before. Like we've seen some Spurs cry before, right? But like his emotion in the All-Star game. His comments about how he plays proper ethical basketball, which was a dog whistle that we all heard, right? Like he has a little bit of an elitist, a hoop elitist air to him, which some people say comes from his French. Yeah, some people say comes from that.
That's what I was saying the whole time.
We won't be prejudiced and say such things.
Is that we?
Xenophobia ball.
We won't be prejudiced and say such things.
Is it prejudice?
All right.
I'm Haitian.
All right. We go ban for ban. Oh, y'all don't listen to sense. There we go. They're not
into it.
They don't know. They don't know.
I'm not tapped in. I'm not.
They're not on them ends. Them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I'm just very interested to see what his stewardship of the mantle looks like in the long term. I think that's going to be incredibly interesting to see.
I would say Ginobili was expressive though, a little bit.
Yeah, but
he did have as much person. Now there's a lot of Wemby that is in the Spurs mold. The shaving the head bald, the studying with the monks, He's not really gotten into his fashion bag yet, but he does have a Nike signature shoe, which is a difference from traditional Spurs stardom. I think it's I'm interested. I'm interested to see what his brand of Spurs leadership writ large looks like on the court. You all pointed out how it's developing already, but I think writ large, I want to see how his identity and how the identity of the team gets shaped with him at the helm. I think it'll be very interesting. Quickly, reactions to Jamal Murray. I mean, you all were watching the game, so you saw it.
Yeah. I mean, so I did a little. I read an article this morning just like as an update because I didn't know.
Wait, hold on. Stop the presses.
That comment is crazy. That comment is crazy.
Stop the presses.
What does this mean?
Oh, what is that? What are you talking
about? Nah, we clipping that.
We're not clipping that. That comment is crazy. I don't know what this means.
What's wrong with this guy, man?
You gotta make that correlation.
I believe what our good brother is doing is saying it's not fun when the rabbit has the gun, so don't you start none.
What?
I
told you we're not gonna do it, and you're gonna say it now we're gonna do it. So he said, all right, flip the script. Let's turn these tables. How would you feel?
That's not.
So they're defending the French now. That's what you're doing.
That's what we doing out here. That's what we doing out here.
Oh, I didn't even deeper, darker angle of this.
Yes, that's what we said.
Oh wow, this is historical beef. I didn't even realize I was triggering something here.
Alan, this is the difference. Yeah, say goodbye. All right, Alan, you're gonna know this. This is the difference between a Burik and a Malburik. That's the big difference right now. But that's what we're seeing right now.
Is Josh Asian?
No.
Yeah, he's actually Jamaican, I think.
Jamaican.
Man, everyone that got dreads ain't Jamaican.
No, he's actually.
No, I'm pretty sure he said this.
He said his father is his father's father.
You don't have to give his whole history.
His father's father.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought his dad was from Jamaica.
I also thought his dad was Jamaican. I mean.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
Damn, I didn't realize this was tribal warfare that I was initiating. I'm a yard.
A whole yard?
A whole yard. He's an entirety of a yard.
This man told me he came from Darien land and he has land in Jamaica.
What?
Wow, you put his whole legal out there. That's crazy.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Why did you just do that? I did not.
I know his last name until you said that.
They obviously know who we're talking about, and you just said he came from that name land, and he has a whole land. They're not idiots.
I don't mean that's his last name.
You're bugging.
But I mean, you all right. So hey, listen, this out the mud. All right, let's.
Hey, boy.
It's out the mud. Rashid McKay.
Which 81?
Kobe's 81. I can never get over Kobe's 81. I can't get over Kobe's 81. Why did you say that?
Because it was the way he looked. He looked Tony Allen dead in his soul. Wait. Because Tony Allen was genuinely thought he didn't hear a part of his statement. He's like, wait. Hold on. Wait. Who's 81? Who's 81? Kobe's 80. Kobe's 81.
He said I had 10 points in the first quarter. That was easy.
It was 12.
He said 12.
The math he didn't even add up.
It didn't add up.
You can hear his brain tinkering. He was like, okay,
He said, "Boy, that was
easy. Whenever any hooper has that tone when they're talking about their game, just know it's cap." He said, "Okay, so I had 12, 15 minutes. So then if you do that 4 quarters, I could 81."
That was easy.
You would have had.
I didn't even have to think.
The whole game. He would have had to have more energy as the game was being played. That's crazy. Score more.
Anyway, let's get back to real basketball. And I forgot what we were going to ask. What was the question?
Jamal Murray.
Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. All right. So I read an article this morning.
Since we're doing tribalism.
Okay. Anyway, so I wanted to see. I didn't know his post game status. So apparently it's not as bad.
He's getting tested still.
Yeah. Apparently it's not as bad, or at least that's the belief of the Nuggets. He's going to get tested. But coaching staff seems to have some faith or basis that he's going to come back or at least play through it. I don't know if that's a great idea. But obviously without him, they really couldn't hold a candle to the Knicks last night because they run in such a two-man tandem. And it was also Aaron Gordon's first game back, I believe, which has kind of been the story of the Nuggets this season. They really haven't had an opportunity, and which is crazy because they actually have a pretty decent 5-man lineup with there are 2 or 3 guys.
More than that, Stan Van Gundy, was it Stan or was it the other one? Stan's the coach, right? Well, they're both coaches. Who's the little brother? Stan, right? Jeff is the older brother.
Jeff is the older brother. Jeff's the older brother.
Yeah,
okay. So Stan Van Gundy during the Lakers Nuggets game he said, when fully healthy, the Nuggets have the best roster in the NBA. And I wanted to jump and say that's an insane statement, and then I had to really think about it.
No, they really kind of they're up there. I don't know about that.
I think if they get the best version of each of not even the best version. I think if they get the B+ version of everyone on their roster on that given night, they're the best roster in the league.
I don't know if I can fully agree with that because the Thunder got a great roster over there.
Yeah, but just think about the B. No, but think about the B+ to A- version of the players on the Nuggets. Think about Tim Hardaway on really good days, Cam Johnson on really good days, Aaron Gordon on really good days.
I agree. I agree.
All right, listen. OG on a B+ night, solid. Yeah. Josh Hart on a B+ night is not Cam Johnson or Tim Hardaway.
No. Josh Hart on a B+ night is triple double alert. Consistent.
That's an A+ night. That's an A+ night. That's Josh Hart at his absolute best.
No. I said triple double alert. I didn't say triple double necessarily alert. He's going to give you 9.
Okay, but Tim Hardaway on a B+ night is 25 points.
Hold on.
Not on a B+.
You got to watch more.
B+? No, I watched the game on a B+ night.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he can.
Yes.
25 on a B.
But Josh Hart,
off threes alone.
Josh
Hart on a B+ night is getting you he's shooting 40% from 3. And he's getting a few rebounds here and there, a few assists, not necessarily triple double. I disagree with that.
No, he's on triple double generally.
The efficiency.
It's going to be a really good night. I'm just saying, for the way their team.
And then Jordan Clarkson.
If he plays,
Jordan Clarkson, we're not even.
But you talking about the whole roster?
I agree. That's an X factor. If they could actually factor him in a meaningful way, I think that actually makes them dangerous. But they haven't figured that out yet. But I'm just thinking about the way the Nuggets play with Jokic being the ultimate facilitator and could give you 50. If all those at the top 8 to 9 of those guys are playing B+ games, I don't know how you guard.
I'm thinking about that.
I don't know how you guard. You got rim running Aaron Gordon who can also shoot threes. You got Jamal Murray and on his B+ night is a quasi all-star. And you got knockdown, some of the best knockdown 3-and-D guys in the league on B+ nights, and Cam Johnson and Tim Hardaway. Braun on a B+ night is a tough, gritty defender. On a B+ night, he's basically an A+ DiVincenzo.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Watson, who on a B+ night is on the Timberwolves.
I know you're talking about
Jaden McDaniels. Yeah, on a B+ night, Peyton Watson basically is Jaden McDaniels. I don't know, bro. When
we're saying B+, what are we talking about B+? Because these are sounding like some A+.
Meaning no, bro. Meaning these guys are talented enough that a really good game for them looks like that, and it's not them playing out of their mind. It's very reasonable for these kind of games to happen.
No.
Tim Hardaway Jr. getting 20 points, hitting 5 threes is just him having a really good night, but it's not him playing out of his mind. You know what I mean?
I guess what I'm asking is for standard. If we're saying B+ is a solid night, are we saying A+ is career night? Because if so, then
not necessarily career, but just one of the better games you've ever played in your life or in your career.
That's fair. That's
what I'm saying. These guys don't have to have one of the better games of their entire career to have a lot of production. So if you just get a solid, consistent, highly effective night out of these guys, they're pretty hard to guard.
No, I
Like,
agree.
Anything about the Knicks? I'm
No,
still
agreed. About the Knicks, about the Thunder, about the Spurs. They have.
No, I can't even say that about the Thunder.
You can't say
I could say that about the Knicks though.
yeah, I don't know if I can say that the Thunder.
Why?
I think a
What
lot of
are
the
we
Thunder
talking
just.
about?
I think
You
a
know what
lot of the
Thunder are dangerous?
Thunder. I think the Thunder strength is a lot of their guys show up and have A- nights every night.
I think.
Right.
I think the Thunder are just a well-constructed team and they fit. But as individual players, they're not like.
Well, that's the argument I'm making about the Nuggets. I think the way the Nuggets play with B+ nights, the way they play, they would be unguardable. So many nights. That's kind of my argument. Is that like many nights, if fully healthy, they would be unguardable. But they're often missing somebody, which is how they're guardable. They're either missing Jokic, missing Murray, missing Gordon, and even Hardaway's missed time.
You rarely see nights where everybody's having at least a B+ night though. That's the thing.
Correct.
I think the way they play, they do though. They do though. The Thunder do. The Thunder do.
The biggest problem is they've been really
most of their
consistent.
guys have B+ nights.
Hold on. Everyone's talking over each other. Barrow finish. Hold on. Stop.
I was
Barrow
saying,
Allen,
and then Allen. I was just saying it's rare, but I think in terms of play style, that is where the Thunder and Nuggets are where they are. That's why that was the battle in the playoffs that it was, because those two teams, their guys mostly show up every night to at least the B+ level.
No.
You don't get a lot of bad nights out of guys on those teams. It's not often.
I was going to say for the Nuggets, I think to me that's been the biggest problem is that, like on paper, yeah, they do have a bunch of guys who, if they're having B+ nights every night, it'd be way better. But like some of those guys just haven't been all that great this season. And if we talked about the Nuggets game, I was going to say like the non-Jokic minutes is really tough because guys like Valanciunas and I hate to say it, but Cam Johnson, they've been really bad like a lot of the season. You know what I mean? So on paper, yeah, I agree, but unfortunately, it's haven't been a bunch of B+ guys like coming through every night. It's been real inconsistent. I think Tim Hardaway has had a lot of B+ nights. Agreed. When it comes to everyone, and on top of that, the injuries don't help either.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, you're missing the part of like their play style is what contributes to it, and they've been without one of their top 3 guys almost every game this year. There's been maybe, I would actually look it up. I'll be surprised if it's more than 6 games where Jokic, Gordon, and Murray have all played. So I'm not gonna hold the role players super accountable for not playing well when they've been moved up the ladder. Right.
I don't hold them accountable, but it's just an unfortunate like truth of the situation. And I was going to say, going back to like the Murray thing, they better hope Murray does not miss time because of that.
They'll lose games and drop in the standings. Yes,
correct.
Exactly. So better hope Murray is able to play through this because it's going to be a bad time for them. Their offense is kind of suffering this season, from what I can tell a little bit.
Well, they didn't have Jokic for damn near a month and a half. Like,
but even I'm talking about like the Timberwolves game. The offense does not look that great overall. I mean, obviously Jokic played amazing, but overall, other than that, the offense does not look like the Nuggets offense.
I'm still putting a lot of it on Jokic because I think the way they play, he needs to go get it more.
He's been doing that though.
I think because this season he's finally realized he absolutely has to.
Yeah, but you can't.
He absolutely has to.
Doing it now though. Like
we'll see in the playoffs because and you guys fought me on this until it happened. Like all his playoff exits since the chip, I've been able to point to him not doing what he needs to do in a pivotal game.
Scoring wise, yes.
Scoring wise, yeah. Which is a rare thing to say about a superstar. It's very funny. He's kind of backwards. Like there are games where I'm like, why did you not go score 40? Like that's actually what your team needed from you. Like the way this team is set up. Like it's set up for you to go get 40 and you didn't do it. Like in the fourth quarter, I'll Stan Van Gundy said another stat because it was why we like had a comeback in the fourth quarter in the Lakers Nuggets game was because he said Jokic's fourth quarter 3-point shooting percentage is abysmal.
Yeah,
the fourth quarter he starts chucking threes and he misses them.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter specifically.
The fourth quarter specifically.
That's a conditioning problem. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say, and that sounds like conditioning. But he don't ever get that narrative, does he?
No, and he needs to. And I don't body shame. I'm not gonna say anything like that. But the other
chips cure all. Chips cure all.
No. On Thursday night, there was a play where he was adjusting his jersey, And I'm like, brother, you
don't do that.
I'm sorry. Listen, we don't give him the slack like that.
Dre.
I'm not saying.
I'm thinking about the comments. Don't do that.
Don't do that, bro.
Don't do that.
All right. Well.
Trust me.
I feel like okay.
The internet is a mean place.
It might be because of his injuries, but I feel like up until this year, he's had pretty good conditioning.
He has for the most part, but there's something going on. It might be related to the injury, which is something that I was going to say. Yeah. It might be related to the injury, but there has been something off, particularly this year. That being said, they're still fifth. I think they were third the other day. They're still fifth in the West right now, and it's tightening up. But right now is probably the worst time for Jamal Murray to have any semblance of an injury.
He's still an MVP candidate too.
Jokic, yeah. I mean, because even on bad nights, he's still giving you 35, 12, and 14. So, like,
35?
He gave you I think he gave 35 in the Knicks loss last night.
I wouldn't call that a bad night for him.
It's not a bad night for him.
I don't think he's the reason they lost that game.
I think he gives us A nights most nights, and I think that's the thing in the playoffs. Like, he don't be going to A+ enough.
That's a fair critique. That really
35 is cool, but 35 triple-double is an A game for him. It's almost an A-. Like, that's what you could do when you feel good.
Well, I mean, there's
no Herculean effort from him in a 35-point triple-double at all.
Well, okay, so, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but this is something I touched upon years ago, and then he started winning all the MVPs. But hold on.
Alan was disgusted. He knew where this was going.
We have to consider. We have to consider how, at a level, when you continue to refuse to do something, I have to ask the question: can you do it? How many times can Jokic actually play an A+ game?
I've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it, but how many times can he actually do it?
No, but then here's the thing. Here's another conversation that's never been had with Jokic. Then it doesn't become a capacity thing. Then it becomes a will, mentality, heart, clutch thing.
Agreed.
Right? Like, did any of us in James Harden prime think that he wasn't capable of going on and getting 50 if he needed to?
Absolutely not.
Not in the playoffs.
So that wasn't the issue. It wasn't that he couldn't. We had to analyze why he wasn't. I mean, we've talked about this last episode, Dre. Like, the most gaslighting experience I think any fan base, I shouldn't say the most. One of the most gaslighting experiences any fan base has experienced in the last 10 years has to be James Harden having a 40-point triple-double in Boston in Game 6 and then scoring 7 points in Game 7.
Yeah.
As a fan, I don't even know how you process
he gave
watching
up,
that.
That's why I don't believe
how did this player that just was this guy for me 2 nights ago turn into this guy in Game 7? How does that happen?
That's why I don't believe in the Cavs.
There's that too.
That's actually high key why I also don't believe in the Cavs. I'm not gonna lie.
But that also is why I want y'all to think about that when I go on my rants, which I might do later today. Like, I also look at that in the reverse. Like, guys that are the reverse.
Can we switch the banner?
Yeah, well, we're gonna get off that in a second and go to the next thing. I also do that in the reverse, where like there are certain guys where like I don't care how bad they just played or how bad they're playing in the instant game. I know what they're about to do. Right? I know, like, it doesn't matter. It works in reverse too. It does not matter what is happening. I don't care how bad that last game was. Game 7, I know he's gonna go crazy. Or I don't care how bad he shot the whole first 3 quarters. The fourth quarter, I know it's about to happen. Game 7, 2010 finals. OG, he doesn't like when I tell the story. OG walked out the room.
Oh no.
OG walked out the room, and I was like, bro, I already know how this is about to go. Derek Fisher's gonna hit 2 big shots to start a run every time. Clocking. He's gonna get a steal, float a layup, and then he's gonna come down and hit a little hezzy pull-up 3, which was crazy back then.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
He's gonna do that. That's gonna hype something up. Lamar's gonna do some. Then all of a sudden, Kobe's gonna get a curl, mid-range, yak him. Get you in the post, pump fake, and 1. Now the crowd's on their feet. And then he's going to come down right elbow and hit the dagger. And what happened? Bing, bong, boom, 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 bam.
The
right?
question was
Kyrie Irving. I don't care what his shooting percentage is in the first 3 quarters if it's a close game in the fourth. I don't care. I know what's going to happen. Right? Like, so it works. And that's, I agree with that. Jalen Brunson's in that category. You know who's also in that category, which is why I kept saying it?
Jamal Murray.
I'm going to say this. We don't have to argue about this. It's why I think you guys, I mean, this is obvious, but I want to say this was my thought process of the why of why Jason Tatum tearing his Achilles was a blessing to you all last year. Because he's in that category for me. It don't matter how those first couple games went. You start talking about games 5, 6, and 7. I already know what he was about to do, and he was doing it in that game. Let's we not forget. Alan, back me up on that. Let's me not forget. He was losing his mind in that game.
I agree.
He was losing his mind because that's
not to say we know how it would have turned out.
I know what Tatum's about to do.
I have not seen enough from him to have that same confidence in him.
Are you joking?
No.
He's Mr. Game 7 of this generation.
Mr. Game 7. Listen, he's had a lot of playoff exits as well.
We'll talk about it when we get to that. I have one more thing to talk about before we get to that. Ice Trae is back. Any thoughts?
No.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how many games he's going to play this season, but that's about it.
No one's even curious about the fact that they brought him back.
No, yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see how many games he played this season. I wonder if it's a thing like they had to. Maybe they got a call from upstairs. I don't know.
That's probably what happened.
Get too suspicious.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta play at least a game so they know that we're serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Mr. Game.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
You be gassing up.
Yeah, I just not from a Trae Young standpoint of like whether y'all are fans or not. I know that I'm the only Trae Young fan on this podcast, but from a NBA friend,
Alan likes him.
Alan, you like Trae Young?
Yeah, I told y'all I like any high assist player. I like him.
True 2010 guy in the league. Other guys should emulate. Guys that he's beat before in the playoffs, but that's for another day. I just thought it was interesting. Like when it gets real quiet for the Wizards, like they just back out a Trae Young debut. Like,
yeah,
I saw the announcement on IG. It was like, 3-5, Trae Young's back. I was like, word? Like, you could have swore he was just done for the year. Do you see any value in him playing these last 20 games or so?
Get some minutes, get some conditioning.
I don't know. In terms of because it's so clear that they're trying to tank. I don't know how much value it really gives that game. But in terms of like him personally, like it's good that he's in a new situation. I think it clearly didn't end as well as he went into in Atlanta. So I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I don't know what this situation is weird to me. Like the Wizards situation is just kind of weird because he's also playing like for his next contract. So like.
He was on a minutes restriction. In 19 minutes, he put up 12, 6, 2, and 2, 4 and 9 shooting.
That's pretty good. In 19 minutes, that's pretty good.
The Wizards still Young in the lineup, losing to the Jazz. The big tank off. Everyone was talking about it. The Wizards played the Jazz, and the Wizards won the loss.
They succeeded.
Do you think they put Trae out there in that game to like hide?
Yes. We just heard Jeremy Lin talk about
Everyone was
this.
talking about the Wizards Jazz being the tank off. Do you think they backed out a little Trae Young to like, no, we're not tanking? Still ended up losing the game. And still ended up losing the game.
We just heard Jeremy Lin talk about this. Trae Young started cooking. Someone made a call and said, that's enough. He's done for the night. We did the job. We sold the brand. It's over. Get him
19 minutes.
19 is not 20, and 20 is when people are like, wait a minute. What's he doing?
I'm just saying, in 19 minutes, he had 12, 6, 2, and 2. He timed that by 2.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'll tell you this. You got to talk.
You give him half of that, then he plays 28 minutes You add half of that. That's 18, 9,
This guy's doing-
4.
this
You
guy's
know what I mean?
John McCann math. Hold on. If I just did
All right. If he put up 12 in 19 minutes, let's say he plays 28 minutes.
You're right. It was just funny.
I'm just saying he was on pace for about like an 18-7 type of night.
I just put up 12 points in 19 minutes. That was easy. I can go.
Okay, so I put up 12 in 19 minutes. So then if I play 20 minutes, then I could get 81. Boy.
Boy.
This we got Rashad McCann.
All right.
I will say no. Wait. I will say this though.
What
I didn't talk about this. We have a comment here. We got a comment here. This is something I thought about too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the star with this young court. Is there any value to him meshing a little bit for a couple games? My
question is, how many of those players are locked in for next year?
3.
Contract.
Oh, contract-wise, I don't know.
Yeah, on the contract, because that would be the case for allowing him to come out, play 19 minutes, get out the game so that we lose. What?
See who's nice or not, who we got to cut and not.
That too.
Yeah.
And still lose the game.
Aki, what if he was doing a company scouting report? What if he was doing a company, like he came back after the game, went upstairs, he was like, I fuck with him. He's kind of I fuck with him. He's kind of whack. I like the way he was passing it. Like it was solid. Me and him got a little rhythm. Like
it's possible.
Meanwhile, where is Anthony Marchand Davis?
Not there. I'll tell you that.
Said his whole government name.
Where is he?
This is
one of the saddest turns of a career I've ever seen.
Yeah,
this man was a Laker big in the long storied history of Laker bigs. He had a chip to his name, just fighting to get healthy to make another run, playing with LeBron James. And look what it's become of his career. He became a journeyman in half a season.
Yeah, y'all did that to him. Y'all did that.
Yeah, that's on you.
Nah, Dallas did that. Dallas did that. We didn't tell him to do that.
You didn't have to take.
We didn't tell him to do that. We didn't have to tell him to do that.
They traded with y'all.
You didn't have to do
that. We did not tell him to do that. We thought he was going to be over there. Hey, man, we put you with, in our mind, we put you with Kyrie and a roster that just went to the finals. We did not think that was about to go down like that. At the time, that was not looking like a terrible deal for Anthony Davis at all. Remember what the talk was? Remember his first game? Everyone was like, hey, Anthony Davis actually is on a pretty good team now. Like
that was delusional.
We didn't know Kyrie's knee was going to explode. And Derek Lively's ankles was going to give out.
Forget Kyrie. Y'all know how injury prone Anthony Davis is. And then you put him on the team where they need him to be on the court.
They had Kyrie.
Nah,
man. But he was
no. You know what I really feel bad for in all that situation? I feel bad for Clay.
Time out. What you mean a team where they really need him? We really needed him. We really needed him. What are you talking about when they really need him? We needed him bad. Do you see our defense now? I'm telling you, guys didn't get worse. When we were top categories of defense all those years, it was him. I keep trying to tell y'all, low man cures all.
Yeah. But y'all had LeBron, though. There's a difference between having only LeBron and only Kyrie.
That's a fact.
You've seen it.
In the West?
Yeah.
Yes. Is there a difference?
Maybe not this year, but
is there a difference? Because where were our records all those years when it was just LeBron playing?
Terrible.
What are you trying to say about LeBron?
I'm just saying, in the West, is just having LeBron any different than just having Kyrie in the West?
Yo, he's been in the West for 8 years now. That's crazy.
This is the longest team he's ever been with.
Yeah, I thought about that the other day.
When all y'all told me he's not really a Laker and he won't like
you told us he wasn't really a Laker.
Lakers fans say he's not really a Laker. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. We got to talk about that.
He's not even in your Laker top 5.
Why are you making things that you want? I'm not doing this with you today.
Is he
I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing
Laker top 5.
I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not doing this with you. You're not going to.
I'm just asking a question.
No, because what you're doing is you're throwing out a statement you know is false, and you're going to get me to engage and go down the rabbit hole, and then you're going to blame the whole thing on me, and I'm not doing it with you. Right. I'm not doing it with you. Absolutely not. Right. Absolutely not. Nope. Not engaging whatsoever.
Right. That was more like a question.
I know it was. No. I reject.
Oh,
I decline to
look
answer.
at that. Look at that. We got a response. Thank you.
We got to talk about the Lakers fans' relationship with LeBron. We have to talk about it. We got to talk about.
I didn't say that I did put him in my top 5. I'm saying I never outwardly said he's not.
No, I agree with you. I just know you, and I know he's not. But
so you admit you just fabricated a comment.
Yeah.
To try to trigger me into saying something. He admits it. I never said that.
I wasn't saying that you said it. I'm just telling you, I know you, and I know how you think about players. And if you're telling me I'm wrong, and I'll accept that. But you haven't told me I'm wrong, so I'm running with it.
I'm gonna ask this once because I'm not doing it. So you didn't just say you said he's not in your top 5?
I didn't say you said. I said he's not. Did I say you said?
Boy, it's up the mud. We got Rashad McCants. We got Rashad McCants.
Wait. Did I say? Did I say? Wait.
We can't take the whole podcast out.
To Paul and Allen. Did I say you said, or did I say as a statement he's not in your top 5?
I don't remember nothing what you talk about.
Who was 81?
I don't remember none of what y'all talking
about. Who was 81?
He's 81.
God damn, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta play that back because I could have sworn I said he's not in your top 5.
What is this?
I think he means Jalen.
Oh, okay. I was about to what are you trying to say?
Yeah, but it's really easy to be a top 5 name. I'm not gonna lie.
You said what?
That's crazy.
See, that's a shot.
That's
crazy. That was from the hip too.
What you
said easy to be a top 5 player.
I'm telling you, y'all don't want this duo. Y'all don't want this WWE tag team action. I'm trying to show y'all. He just set that up. Boom, bang.
That's mad.
Anyway, it's time now.
You want to dedicate an hour to Jason Tatum?
No, just 20 minutes, actually. There's not much to say, but it's just time to glaze, honestly.
That's crazy.
React.
That's it.
Is that
just react? Just react?
All right.
Wait, is that his nickname for real, the Anomaly?
No.
Or you just made that up?
Yes, yes, it is. No, he didn't.
Is it?
First of all, what are nicknames if not made up?
That's not. He asked if you
They're made up names.
He asked if you made it up. You heard him.
Nicknames are made up names.
We know
that. Is that a widely accepted
you
nickname for this man?
He said that's made. He made it up. Yes, as does everyone who has a nickname. They made it up.
No. There's a difference. We're saying, is this an accepted nickname? Like, do other Boston fans call him that?
All right. Personally, I'm gonna say there's nothing wrong with giving yourself a nickname.
I don't disagree with you. I'm asking again a question. Do other Boston fans call him this?
Yes.
Okay, so that's an accepted nickname, Paul. To answer your question,
okay,
I did not know that.
Also, if it's the one the sports media refers to you as it's over. Yeah, like you think Kevin Durant liked being the Durantula? No, but
I think he loved it.
He said he doesn't like it.
He said he didn't like it.
Yes, but
he said it.
Wait, hold on. Let him look it up.
No. I believe.
Wait, hold on.
I like to confirm facts. I like to fact check. I like to fact check.
Fact check the fact check.
I love fact checking the fact check because sometimes that fact check is wrong.
React.
Anyway.
Dre, this is your time. Let's go.
My time. Listen,
it's Tatum.
He came back. All right, he came back from an Achilles. He had probably one of the better Achilles returns that we've seen in a long time, actually. Shooting was a little uncomfortable. It's pretty clear it's a little uncomfortable. He started getting more into it, started getting to his spots again. I like that how he's still able to get to his spots, and you're not seeing any kind of lag, any kind of slowness in getting there. What I think is gonna come off, or he's gonna lose in the next couple of games, is the slight hesitancy. It's not a physical hesitancy, it's a mental hesitancy, and you could see it as he's taking the shot, as he's about to do it. And I think he's also just figuring out how this, because when he left, right, the team was so different in terms of who was on the floor, who's there, who he's passing the ball to, who he can rely on. And he's basically out there with a new crop of guys, minus, Pritchard had minutes, obviously, but minus Jaylen Brown and Derek White, he's really doing a whole 5-man rotation with different guys. So he's got a lot to learn. That being said, he did what Jason Tatum does. He gets rebounds. He makes the right plays. He moves his feet.
Come on.
He hits big threes. He hits mid ranges. He bullies you into the paint. He gets to the paint. He gets a layup. He turns around. He hits a mid range. He literally demoralizes you and reminds you each and every time he's too small. He's too big. He's not good enough.
Talk about the emotions in the TD Garden.
I think the emotions were running high. The emotions were running high. And you know what? And
Talk about what his presence does for the emotional temperament of this team.
Well, the last time, the last big emotional time that we saw Dallas in TD Garden, right? Jason Tatum was winning them a chip. And I don't think that went over the fans' heads. I think seeing their guy come back, I think everything was high. I think everything was I would be surprised to find to find a dry eye in that stadium last night. People were probably over the moon. I'm sure they were. And, I think there's just such a shock also that comes along with it. There really is such a shock because he's supposed to be out. We don't see guys come back. And if we're calling him the anomaly, I agree with that. You don't see guys come back, and you certainly don't see them damn near return to form.
Only one.
You don't see, you don't see him damn near return to form and be ready to go. He came into the game ready.
Did too.
I'm sorry?
KD
did too.
Oh, we're talking about returning to form. I was just talking about the speed of the return.
Yeah, no. Speed of return, sure. But, KD came in ready, but
we don't
Jason
know who has
Tatum
the fastest,
ready.
right?
Well, I'm sorry?
We don't know who has the fastest in NBA history. Right?
Yes, we know.
All right, just want to make sure we all know.
Yes, we know. We're aware. Emotions running high, not a dry eye in the stadium. I'm, good for Boston fans, but kind of bad for the rest of us because you already had a solid team that didn't crumble while he was gone. So
now talk about your fear. Talk about your fear.
Your fear.
Yeah, wait till I
talk about your fear.
Relax about that. The Knicks still taking him. It doesn't matter. But can I just say though, I'm happy. I love Jason Tatum. I'm happy for him. I'm happy to see him back. Not as a Knicks fan.
It's better this way that you should beat them in the playoffs without any excuses.
With excuses, without excuses, we're still going to beat them in the playoffs. But yeah, it is going to be a little bit
desperate. This man said, "I don't care." He said, "I don't care what they say if they do." He said, "You think I'm in this for competitiveness? I need to eat. I'm broke." Y'all ever see a lottery ticket?
Yeah.
I can't eat. I can't eat.
Great movie, actually. Great movie. Not great, but good movie.
I was gonna say great.
Timely. That's it. I'm happy for my boy. I'm glad to see him back. And let me just say last thing: basketball is better when Jason Tatum is playing it.
Fact, Alan. I saw a bunch of comments under the ESPN post, and I'll get back to this later. But bro, casuals are so two-faced, bro. Why did I see so many comments in the ESPN post that he was coming back that said the face of the league? I said, you sons of I said you mother suckers. You mother suckers.
It might be trolling, but
I mean, is he not the face of the league?
No.
Stop.
We're not going to go.
Is he not?
Stop.
This rabbit hole.
Stop. Alan, please.
Yeah, for me, I'm not going to lie. As when you take everything into consideration, like the injury, how fast he's coming back, to me, his debut last night was, if I'm a Celtics fan, that was as well as I wanted it to go, obviously, right? Because you're not expecting him to come out and immediately be like the Jason Tatum, you know what I mean? Like MVP candidate Jason Tatum. To me, that was really encouraging. I'm happy for him, first of all. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he's back in the game. But to me, I'm taking it all as positive signs because everything Andre just said, he played like a version of his game where he used his body, he's bigger, stronger, rebounds, playing the right way, making good passes, all that, right? And I agree with that. Other positive things for me that stuck out is I feel like when you have this type of injury and this type of comeback, it could either go you trying to do too much and overcompensate, or like in your head you might be like too scared and not like do enough when it comes to like movement or like using, said leg that whatever you injured. To me, I saw him go out there and attempt, like we saw him get the putback dunk for his first bucket. He tried dunks. He went for the alley. It don't matter to me that he missed like dunks or he missed alley oop attempt. I care about the fact that he actually is trying it and he has just enough confidence and like belief in like his leg that he's okay with like trying it, because him getting to that point back is gonna happen, right? Like it's an NBA game. Like the condition is not there. I'm sure after the first few minutes, his legs probably felt heavier than it ever felt in his life. NBA game. But the fact that he has this confidence enough to try even to do those things, it really means to me that he's been putting in the work in his rehab, and his rehab has been going on like pretty well. That he feels like he has the ability to do these things. Coming back 10 months from an Achilles injury, right? So that's the biggest thing I'm gonna be looking for. I'm hoping that each game he's gonna progress a little bit, and I'm really excited to see what he's gonna look like in not at the end of this month, but like in April when he really ramps it up, and the Celtics gonna play out team we're gonna see. And on top of that, I really think like the team is gonna like how to say. I feel like the chemistry is gonna be there, right? I feel like in other situations, like it might be tough for like Jason Tatum coming back to like Jaylen Brown now being like the guy for the last couple months. And yeah, that might be a thing, but I feel like these two have been playing together for so long and that they know each other so well. So they've been the same team with each other for at least 7 years now, right? I feel like they're so good together and they've been playing together so long that that's not going to be too much of an issue, especially because they won the championship and they had these different roles in the championship and already saw Brown win MVP the finals MVP. I don't think that the ego thing may not be an issue with them as it would be in like in other stars or other teams. So hopefully like he stays healthy and hopefully he just keeps getting better. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do in the next couple of weeks.
Well, you can go. I'll close it out.
I think that, all right, first, let me say this, right? The NBA is better when Jason Tatum is playing. Okay.
That's correct.
So this is good for the league. This is good for basketball. All right.
I'm getting a certain banner ready.
Yeah, all right.
Because what else coming?
Did y'all see his first field goal attempt?
Are you serious?
No, I'm giving him credit.
Oh, okay.
This man tried to put out if he made that dunk, that would have been like a highlight dunk in almost any season for him. Yeah. Because the crossover to the like that like he's not scared. That's a good sign. As far as the Celtics go, because I know Tatum's gonna be fine. Right? We know that. As far as the Celtics go, this is the perfect time for him to come back because he has almost a full 2 months to get ready. Almost, because it's early March. Like last week was February, so he has a lot of time to get in rhythm. What I will say is this, right? As far as, because people ask in the comments about like how we feel as Knicks fans, when I saw the notification, when I first saw that he might come back like soon, I was like, yeah, okay, like we'll see about that. She's trying to push it. Then when I saw he's coming back, I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of early. He's pushing it. You better be careful. But then I realized it is 10 months. It doesn't feel like 10 months, but it is 10 months.
287 days.
Slightly early. It's not that early. So, and he's young. He's 27. So it's okay.
And then you thought?
Then I thought about how good they are and how much of a threat they are in the East, right? I think Derek White is going to benefit the most. It is Mamba mentality, yes. But for him to come back right now, Derek White's going to benefit the most because he's been inconsistent because he's been the second option on that team.
Right.
Now he's
going back to a third option.
Honestly, he let Peyton take second because he was struggling so much. Although we have to put that in context. He actually is averaging a career high in points, but it is just one more point than it was last year. But technically speaking, he's averaging a career high.
Well, that's why I said inconsistent. It's not that he's playing badly. He's inconsistent.
Sure.
Same thing with Peyton Pritchard. Inconsistent. But I think when you really look at that team, I think this team is, yes, it's impressive what they've been able to do, but they're not as good as they were last year.
Here we go.
Well, yeah, they lost a lot of players.
So, like, as far as
I would debate that.
Listen,
like the quality of players they lost, or if they're better.
No, I would debate that last year's version of the team was better than this.
Would you
debate that? But I think that last year's team was better than this team, and because of that, I'm not worried. They're gonna be good. They have to figure out their chemistry, but they have time to figure that out. I don't know if they're just gonna go right back to the same formula that they were running before Tatum got injured, but whatever they're gonna do, they have time to figure it out. But I'm not afraid of the Celtics. They're still a good team. They're still a great team. They're a top 2 team right now. I think it's gonna overtake them in second. But I mean, it's overall it's good for the league. It's good for competition. And now everybody can't write off the Celtics like they have been, because we on here have been showing them credit and love, but I think a lot of people are more so showing Jaylen Brown love than the Celtics love. They said this is impressive what he's doing, but we don't believe in him. I mean, not him, but we don't believe in the Celtics. Now you can't do that so easily. So it's good for the league.
Real quick, the way I would debate that, we don't have to get all into it. I just want to lay out what my premise would be. I would argue this year's team lacks the names and lacks the one-to-one talent of their previous roster. But I think this team plays harder. I think this team is better defensively. I think this team is stronger and more athletic. And I think this team is healthier.
And don't forget about one of the biggest
and younger.
Yes, one of the biggest additions to that, and it is a bit of an upgrade. Al Horford and Kristaps Porzingis, love them, fantastic. But Keita,
like you listen, talent-wise, you can say what you want about Kristaps and Horford, but Kristaps in and out the lineup, Horford respectfully, an old man. This team is younger, hungrier, quicker, stronger, more athletic. Like
he's like a taller Robin Williams.
Robert
Williams.
But I'm glad you brought it up.
Don't sleep on Hugo Gonzalez either. He just got a contract for a reason.
Yeah, no, he's nice. He's nice. But
he's nice.
I'm glad he brought up Robert Williams, because Robert Williams, as nice as he was, he had injury problems, yes, but that wasn't the only reason that he was playing limited minutes before he left. Mm-hmm. They were a well-oiled machine because of Drew Holiday and Derek White, right? And because they had a stretch five. They don't have the stretch five. Keita he can't shoot threes. He is like Robert Williams. At all. That's gonna hurt them a lot.
Now with Vucevic, they have a stretch five.
Vucevic is injured.
Yeah, right now.
No, did he get injured in that game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He got injured last night. Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm saying, like,
he'll be all right.
You better hope he don't start shooting like he was on the Bulls.
That's crazy. You know the thing is, the difference.
You better hope that he doesn't.
It's a level.
He's known for not being a great shooter that shoots. So I mean, listen.
He's an okay shooter.
All right. Let me do what I came here to do.
It's crazy.
You want to ISO?
No, it's all good. Because we gonna do this and we gonna sign off. I want to reiterate all the things that you all excellently said about what this means for the league. Other than I will add that our prayers have been answered. We have intrigue, we have excitement, we have something positive and dynamic to talk about in the league now. I'm really glad for that. This is like in the soap opera where someone you thought was dead because they fell off the balcony bust through the door, and you're like, oh my God, he's alive. This changes everything. Like that's what this is. Like they revived the season with bringing a character back. and it's a beloved character, right? So dope. Now let's see how this season of the NBA soap opera ends. I won't do any breakdown of what you guys meant to the Celtics, but I will take it in a different direction. First, I want to start by what was impressive. You guys covered all the on-court stuff and the physical stuff. That's great. For me, what was most impressive in this return is the mental. Speaking from someone who's dealt with catastrophic injuries as an athlete, the speed at which you come back is not just about the physicality. The body, especially a young body, is incredibly strong and can adapt and will recover and work as hard as you push it. With him airing his documentary and us seeing and hearing from his family members and teams, like personal team members, how down he was, right? Like, he legitimately questioned if he was ever going to play again. Now, you can say that's unrealistic, modern medicine, all the doctors probably told him you'll be good. But if that's mentally where he was, for him to be mentally where it seemed like he was that day, only 10 months later, is the most impressive thing to me. Modern medicine, he's at the best doctors. I know he's a hard physical worker. I knew all that stuff was going to come back. For him to feel ready, comfortable, and aggressive on an NBA floor 10 months after that trauma, right? This wasn't a regular season injury. This was in defense of your championship in the playoffs while you were having a great game. It's probably only, rivaled by the trauma of Halliburton's injury. Because that trauma, I can't imagine. Game 7 of an NBA Finals and you're playing well. But still, right? Like, he's the cover athlete. He's just coming off the Olympics. And whatever everyone has to say, he didn't get the gold medal, but he was on a revenge tour all year, largely accomplishing it. So for him to return from that mind state, to be back to play, and also feel like he's ready to jump into what the Celtics have going on, right? Knowing that what his return, what expectations that's going to bring because of how well the team is playing. If the team wasn't playing well and he wanted to jump out there just to get some rhythm like Trae Young, maybe it's easier to get yourself mentally in that mind space. But he knows if I come back, our fan base and a lot of the NBA is going to start talking chip for us. Because JB has us at second, and if I'm anything looking like myself, I'm jumping right back into the expectations that I was in the moment I got hurt. So I tremendously commend him for the work he did in that area of his mental health to come back to return and to look like this. But also, I think the grace that we're giving him in these games, productivity-wise, for scoring and shooting, and not holding it against him because it's under the context of the return. I hope that with that grace, people now understand his game and how important he is to this team and how high caliber of a player he is. Because before, and I'm looking at you, Paul, before, with all the expectations, we would be blinded by the bad shooting nights and the inefficiency and ignore that in spite of that many games, he was the best player on the floor. And I think the dynamic now is incredibly interesting because now there's not going to be any disappointment there. JB has been the scorer all year. So when he goes forward and he's the scorer on the team, no one's going to have second questions about that. And I think now Tatum will actually get the credit and the appreciation for doing literally everything else. I mean, with everything you all just said about him coming back, in his first time on the court as a function of his game and how he plays, right? When you're coming back from injury, like you said, you can either do too much or do too little. And it seemed like he was just playing in his basic game. That version of him was almost a triple-double in 27 minutes. I think I need people to understand that about Jason Tatum's game. I get that he came in with the narrative of being the high scorer guy because he was that guy. He could do that. But we talked about season after season on this pod, watching him develop. And so when we give him this grace now and not expect high scoring numbers, let's still pay attention to everything else he's doing well for this team because they didn't have a single player that could do that. For as well as JB is playing this year, for as much as he's an MVP candidate this year, he can't do that. That's not in his game. he can't be the all utility tool for this team. The way we laud Jokic for doing it, the way we laud Luka for doing it outside the defense, the way we laud Giannis for doing it. That's what Jason Tatum is. He's your do everything guy. And God forbid he gets hot from 3, he's also going to give you 40. So there's that aspect. I hope that how well-rounded of a player Jason Tatum has become gets appreciated now when we don't have this high expectation that his value is determined by his scoring. Secondly, this whole whose team is it? I think people have different understandings of whose team it is. Who's the vocal leader? Who's the best player? Yada, yada, yada. I think whoever moves the team the most positively, emotion-wise, is truly the leader of the team. Dre might call it motivation. But I think that and accountability, right? JB, I think, is a brilliant mind and brilliant basketball mind. I think he's the tactician leader, right? Think Draymond. Think Tim Duncan. Think the guys that were not, that were like the guys putting people where they need to be, telling people what they need to do, right? Jason Tatum moves the heartbeat of this team. One of the clips I was seeing when they were previewing his return, they were showing a game he was playing in Game 5, the game that eventually became the cover of 2K that year, where he hits that 3 and he hits that The way when he emoted, his teammates emoted with him. I have not seen one moment like that on the Celtics this year. Celtics fans in the chat, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't think anyone, and that's why we say even though Draymond's the vocal leader, Steph's the leader, because the team doesn't get more hype than when Steph does. The team doesn't get more hype than when Steph has it going. For as much as Dre is the rah-rah guy, the team's mood and temperament moves with Steph. And that's what's true of this Celtics roster. The team's mood and temperament moves with him. So they already have this confidence of how well they were able to play without him. I think everyone should be really afraid of how they're going to feel now. Because as much as there may be expectations that get added on now, the Celtics are going to have a belief now. I truly have zero doubt in my mind that those Celtics players think they're going to win a championship this year. And that's dangerous for players who've won a championship before. The Luka Tatum battle is back. That's all I got to say. Light it up.
I find it funny. I find it funny how with Tatum, we are supposed to be appreciative of everything he does, even when he has bad scoring that you're supposed to give him credit. But Jokic, he could have 30, 10, and 10, and he got to get 45. That's funny.
Because the way the team hold on. I can clarify the nuance there. We can't look at these things in a vacuum. Not everyone's charge to win a game is the same. I think casuals do that. I think that like every best player, there is one version of how you're supposed to play. If you don't play that way, you didn't do what you had to do to win the game. It comes down to the way the teams are constructed. This is what I always say about Jalen Brunson. While I love what Jalen Brunson does, someone's going to have to wake up, either him or Mike Brown, and realize the way this team is constructed requires something else from him.
We know. He knows now.
He knows now.
It seems like he's starting to figure that out, and I want my credit for it. Whenever we do talk about the Knicks next, I want my credit because he started playing that way, and look what happened for him. So I want my credit for that.
I'll give it to you because you're right.
So
you know that.
For Jokic, that's the thing. The way his team is constructed, he's in clutch moments and in certain games, he's got to go get it because they don't have players on the roster that can go get it like that. Jamal Murray is nice, but Jamal Murray has a ceiling in terms of his ability to create offense for himself in a tough moment against any defense that they decide to throw out there. You put a 6'8" guy on Jamal Murray, he may not go get a bucket. So the way their team is, guys that have a Kyrie on their team, they don't have that charge because you have a guy that if we really need a bucket, he can go get a bucket on anybody, right? I compared that with this Celtics roster. Jason Tatum doesn't have to play with the mindset of always, I got to be the one to go get a bucket because you have Jaylen Brown. who this year is proving I can get a bucket against anybody. So what I'm saying is when you have that mindset as the best player, when you identify what needs to be done to win the game, I'm saying Jason Tatum always does it. He always does it. Now, if there was a different makeup of the team, if he didn't have a JB on his team and played the same way, bad shooting, but did everything, I would criticize him the same way as Jokic. It's great that you did everything, but brother, you have to get the buckets on this team. And you see the way teams get constructed when it's set like that. Kobe, when it was the Shaq years, Kobe had to come out of the mindset that it always had to be him to get the bucket. And he had to figure out to do everything and still do him. Sometimes Shaq had to be the one to get the bucket because the matchup was just the most preferable. And he did that. But then he wanted to show I can be the guy that has to get the bucket. You could build a team around me being the bucket-getting guy and win chips. And he proved that. Those teams are constructed differently, right? So maybe there'll be a day where Jason Tatum is constructed on a Celtics team or another team.
Never.
No way.
Or another team where he is the guy that has the primary scoring responsibility and the clutch scoring responsibility. And if that is the case, then I would want to see him show up in that way because that's what's needed, right? But that's not their situation. He's got a Jaylen Brown.
Listen, the best player always gotta score efficiently. LeBron is a pass first player that has the most points in NBA history. Shaquille O'Neal, even in on the Lakers, Kobe was a closer most of the time, unless it was a glaring mismatch. Right? So the best player is the best player.
What do you mean unless? What do you mean? Name a time when Shaquille O'Neal was on the floor in his prime and there wasn't a glaring mismatch.
No, because you said
What are you talking? He was a mismatch every day. He woke up and breathed air.
You said there were times where Shaq had to be the one to close the games, and I'm saying most of the time was Kobe.
No, that's not what I said. I'm not talking about specifically closing the games. I'm talking about get to a bucket. Like the primary thing I'm doing with my game in this game is dominate with my scoring.
You know what? Okay, I understand now. You know what my problem
I'm not saying you can score 0 points as the best player, but I'm saying there are times where a team roster, I mean Steph, right? When he got KD, Steph's charge to win games was not you have to score as much as you possibly can for us to win. That wasn't his charge anymore. Kevin Durant's charge was go get buckets. Steph could do other things. That's why the 2022 finals was so. That's why the 2022 finals meant so much to Steph. And when he first got his Finals MVP, another comp, right? Sometimes the best players don't get Finals MVP. We've seen that. That's why that 2022 was so important to Steph because he was like, I wanted to prove that I could do that and be that guy. I could have a team constructed around me where my charge is I gotta go kill scoring wise every night for us to win, and I can go do that and win a chip. He wanted to prove that, and he did. But sometimes that's not the situation guys have.
My problem with you is highlighted in this. If the Celtics lose, right, and Tatum scores badly, and Jaylen doesn't score efficiently, and Jaylen Brown doesn't score efficiently either, you hold Jaylen Brown more accountable than Tatum.
Because that's his charge. Listen, let's watch it.
Is it your team or not?
Listen.
Come on, man.
But look, Paul.
That's a good point, Paul.
But it's like jobs. It's like jobs, right? If your only job, because you don't do much of anything else, is to score, and you don't do that. But I have 4 roles on the team, and I played excellent in 3 of them. I just happened to also not do well at the one we shared. I'm putting it more on you. What did you do? If Jaylen Brown back in those days didn't score, what did he do?
He also defends like the best player too.
Yeah, we can give that too, but I'm calling that a wash between the 2 of them because they lost. So obviously someone got buckets, right? So I call that a wash.
Whose team it is?
Hold on. Stay where I'm at with this because you asked a question, right? If we call it defensive wash, and we look at the stat sheet, and I see they both had 14 points on 42% shooting, but Tatum also had 14 rebounds and 8 assists, and Jaylen Brown had 4 rebounds and 2 assists. I'm supposed to be more mad at this guy? At least, like, he's doing more. He's literally doing more than you.
He got the ball more. And if it is your team, with great power comes great responsibility. It is always the best
because
player.
you know why you can't do that anymore? You know why you can't do that anymore, Paul?
Chris
It
Paul
isn't-
and the
Paul, wait,
Clippers.
hold on.
He's the point guard of NBA history.
Hold
and
on,
even
hold
he
on.
had to step up and be like,
I'm
scoring right now.
Hold on.
That's why
you know why this year disproves that? And we mentioned this last, and this is my final point because I gotta go. You know why this year disproves that? Because the only thing that went up this year for Jaylen Brown was his scoring. Because that's what he does.
Because
he didn't become a 10 rebound guy. Did he become when he has the ball all the time now? Did he become a 10 rebound guy? No. Did he become a 5+ assist guy? No.
But
so you can't say that anymore.
He's five.
You can't say that anymore.
Wait a second. He has a 5+ assists. We can give you rebounds, but not assists.
How much did he like 5 point something? 5.4?
Like 5.7, I think.
5.7. How much did Tatum average when he was first team All NBA?
How much is Kata? How many rebounds is Kata averaging right now?
Man, stop. We're talking about the two players. You said the difference was Tatum had the ball. Don't bring in a third player. Don't bring in a third player now. Don't bring in a third. He just had 15 last night. What are you talking about?
Congratulations. Let's see if that continues. Is
Tatum?
How many rebounds?
Injured Tatum.
This is a different team.
Brother, an injured Tatum. So you can't, none of your excuses are working. Because with Kata, an injured Tatum, the first game back from 10 months of Achilles to tear, went out there and got 12 rebounds. Because that's his game. That's not Jaylen Brown's game. Jaylen Brown provides you scoring and defense. That's it.
When it is your team, you do what you want.
So now you're telling me Jaylen Brown doesn't want to rebound for the team.
I'm saying
you're saying it's not Jaylen Brown's team.
Exactly.
It hasn't been this whole year?
No, honestly.
No. You see how we're
saying it wasn't his team this whole year.
Wait. You see how Tatum came back? And you're ready to give the crowd back to Tatum like that?
It's because it's
Tatum. He had 65 games with him having the ball in his hand, and he did not do some of the things that Tatum does. I'm not hearing it. Hold
on.
Wait, hold on.
We had 2/3 of a season sample size.
Wait. Listen to me, right? Style of play is style of play, but role on the team, whose team it is, the power structure on the team is a different thing.
But
right?
Your capacities can determine your role, your capacities can determine your role, no? We don't just randomly pick one of the 12 to be the best player on the team, do we?
There's politics that go into that too.
I don't disagree with that. But let's be honest, capacities play into it. It's not devoid. It's not devoid of your ability.
It depends on the situations. It depends on how much is it capacity and merit.
Well, we had a great thought experiment for 2/3 of this season. Jaylen Brown had the ball in his hands for 2/3 of the season, and he still doesn't do some of those things.
They are the number 2 seed, and he did it the way.
What does that have to do with what I'm talking about?
My point is right. With Tatum, you are literally building in excuses for him if he doesn't shoot well, and I'm saying no. You are the best player. Point blank. It is your team. I don't care how many. Just like how we're joking.
Alan, back in those finals, you agree with me a lot about how he was playing and how well. Do you want to chime in on this at all? Do you understand what I'm saying? The nuance point that I'm trying to make?
No, I understand what you're saying, but here's my problem though, because I was agreeing with you, but then I took a look back at the numbers of about Tatum doing some of the things that he can't do. Back when Tatum was on the floor healthy, his season high was 6, and that was only last year in assists, right? So that's not that much higher than what
his season high. You mean his average? Brown. You mean his average?
Yeah, average is 6. That's not that much. His career high for season average is 6. That's not that much better than what he's doing now. Before that, when he started saying move, I get the rebound, but it's I'm looking at Jaylen Brown's numbers right now. So, but before that, he was in the 5 range, just like Jaylen Brown is now. So that tells me they're both kind of on par with each other when it comes to playmaking. But
right, that's actually
rebound is a good point.
Hold on. Rebounding is not that great of a point. Only because
it is for Jokic. When we talk about Jokic, it is.
We're not talking about Jokic, though. We're talking.
No, but when we talk about Jokic, it is. So why is it not now?
Because I'm gonna let me make my point. You can decide if it's still a great point. You're asking if Jaylen Brown would be tasked with being a better rebounder, and he actually has been. He went from averaging 5.8 to 7.2 rebounds. He went from averaging 4.5 assists to 5.1. He's more efficient. He's shooting more free throws, and he's averaging 6 more points. So maybe it's not a large, a huge difference to go to a 10 rebounding guy, but he has improved at least in some margin to make up for the difference. So it's not like he stayed 4 and 5 and that's just it. And all that went up with his scoring. Everything went up.
Okay, I'll concede that, but I think we can look at this capacity thing. Jason Tatum is 6'10".
Yeah.
He's just a more yes, I'm just saying he's more of like when part of what I'm saying I appreciate about Tatum's game is that we have to actually stop thinking of these two as comparable players. This is like comparing Jokic to a point guard. Jaylen Brown is the 6'6", 6'7" shooting guard, small forward. Jason Tatum, while he got drafted at that, Jason Tatum is a 6'10" player now.
Yeah.
He is a hub for this team. He does a little bit of everything. And they have Jaylen Brown, whose primary job is to score the ball. So when he doesn't score the ball, I'm more disappointed in him than when Jason Tatum doesn't do one of the 6 things they ask him to do. I'm not giving him a pass. I'm saying that, it's fine if he doesn't score. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when you break down why they lost, I know, and again, in an ideal world, do they want Jason Tatum to score efficiently? Of course.
Yeah, of course.
What I'm saying is I know that this Celtics team can win if Jaylen Brown does his job. So if Jason Tatum has one of those kind of games and Jaylen Brown doesn't do his job, the primary thing I'm going to look to address is the guy who didn't do his job at all. That's my thing. As a coach, if I have one guy who underperformed in one area but does a lot of other things and he did well in those other things, and I have the one, it's like the 3-point shooter, bro. If you back in the day when you had Kyle Korver, bro, if AI did everything he did, but he didn't shoot well from 3, but then Kyle Korver went 0 for 7 for 3, I'm gonna be more mad at AI not shooting well from 3.
That comparison.
Brother, that's your job. I need you to do that. That's what you do.
Point blank, if you could say this about Tatum and Brown, you should be able to say that with Jokic and Murray. I don't care if he's 6'2", because you brought up Kyrie Irving and said as if you have higher expectations for Kyrie than Jamal Murray, but they're the same height.
I do, but I'm leaving it at, again, how the team is constructed and how they play. They do not play where Jamal Murray's job is to go out and be the scoring leader from there every night. That's not how they're set up. They would like you to believe that, but the playoffs keep proving that it's not true.
Is it? But hold on. But look at how they play. Murray's job is
the team in scoring.
No.
Who leads the team in scoring?
No. Listen.
Who leads the team in scoring?
Wait. Listen, I know what you're about to address it. Murray's job is to kill. Jokic's job is to make everybody else better. And because Jokic is wait. And because Jokic is one of the greatest setters in players at this point in NBA history, the scoring comes along with it. But we all know his job is to make everybody better, and Murray's job is to kill. You said
they should go get a better scorer then. They should go put a better scorer on his team then, if that's true.
They want a chip like that, so I don't know. But all I'm saying is it is comparable.
Oh, he said a week one.
No, but Paul, if you wanted me to agree with you, I could. If the Nuggets felt like that and therefore went and put an absolute monster next to him in terms of scoring, they did it. They put Jamal Murray because they knew that this guy can handle the scoring. So when he doesn't handle, where's Jamal Murray rank in the NBA as a scorer? Let's be real here. Let's be serious. Is it anywhere near Jaylen Brown? Jaylen Brown is almost leading the league in scoring. So stop talking to me like you can compare him to other guys on other teams, other superstars. They have one of the best scorers in the world next to this man.
Andre,
for a reason. For a reason.
You looking it up right now?
No, I'm not.
He didn't say, wait, hold on. He didn't say, wait, hold on.
Hold on. Let me look. Because I thought you were looking this up. Because you talk about almost leading the league in scoring. I thought that
those Kyrie prime years. Do you know how much points he was averaging? Do you know those Kyrie prime years? Do you know how much points he was averaging a year?
You said Kyrie prime years? I'll look that up. Hold on.
26 to 27 a pop.
What?
You talking about with LeBron on the team?
Maybe not with LeBron, but on those Nets teams for sure. He was easily putting in 25 to 27 a year. for sure.
You said
25 to 27 a year.
That Brown is almost leading the league in scoring? You said Jaylen Brown is almost leading the league in scoring?
Luka is, but Jaylen Brown's at like 28.
He's not even top 5.
Is he not really?
No. What are we talking about?
How much is he?
He's right about Kyrie. He's not gonna lie.
That's dipped recently. Then
he's tied. Well, he's tied for 5th with Jokic.
So.
Well, that's 5. That's not almost. What are you talking about? Almost. Almost is 5th. Come on, man. Nah. He's like,
I almost really cursed you out bad. I almost invited you to the Frank stand just now. I really almost invited you to Frank stand right now because the guy we're talking about is scoring as many points as Jokic. So I'm like,
he's the MVP candidate, but you got to be accurate. Just like how you hold us accountable, we hold you accountable. That's unequivocally false.
Did I not just win that point from that fact alone? From that fact alone, the 2 players we're talking about scored the same amount. You're
right. Wait, so he's right. He's right, but you got to take into account that he's scoring that amount without Tatum.
No, Allen.
But listen, that's his capacity. That's my point. Jaylen Brown is proving this is how good of a scorer I am. When I get touches, I can score as much as Jokic. So then when Tatum comes back, you now understand what they've been thinking this whole time. This guy is one of the best scorers in the world.
Jamal Murray's at 26. It's comparable. Jamal Murray, I would say, is a better scorer than Jaylen Brown.
I was gonna say he might be able to get to that 20 games.
Are you high?
Jamal Murray's a better scorer than Jaylen Brown.
Are you high?
I'm not looking at numbers alone. What did I say last time we talked about the scoring potential between Booker and Brown?
And I thought y'all were high.
Paul, say it one more time. Paul, say it one more time. Paul, say it one more time.
I think Jamal Murray is a better scorer than Jaylen Brown.
Hey, y'all, we're out the line.
Fast breaks. It's been a good one. Light it up.
Listen, Jamal Murray.
No, Allen, light it up. Light it up.
I don't like this, boy.
Come on. It's Fast Breaks. Listen. We back with another one. Fast breaks, yeah, we coming with the takes. Never early, never late, but we always push the pace, yeah. And we really study tape, y'all just view the highlights. Man, we really watching games, yeah. You just watch from the stands. We run 3-man weeks, Paul, Trae, and Allen, yeah. Way more than a fan. We got love for the game. We don't have to pretend. Got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. I'm the run the fast break. Throw me the outlet. Yeah, we got it out the mud like you get it off the glass. Time to run the fast break. Throw me the